This is DaveNoseMMA! Being in the entertainment era of the UFC and MMA is interesting. I guess I would consider myself what most would call an MMA purist. I think the hierarchy of the champions and contenders should be respected, and that matchups should be based purely on a fighter's standing in the respective weight division as opposed to what the fight fans are most interested in seeing and what the biggest moneymaker is. With that being said, when the UFC started throwing standings out the window and started making fights the fans wanted, despite it where they stood in the rankings or who may be more deserving of the position, I actually enjoyed it very much. I thought, hell yeah, why not just make the fight now instead of waiting to see if Fighter A gets past Fighter B so that we can finally get the fight with Fighter C. But after this being the matchmaking formula over the past few years, for me at least, it's taken the shine off a lot of these bouts, and in my opinion, it diminishes the specialty of a lot of these high-profile fights. I like the mentality of giving fans what they want to see, but at the same time, I feel like these fights would be a much bigger deal if they had to take the longer road of each competitor taking the next progressive step in the standings to finally end up at that dream matchup. And if it works out such that someone stumbles along the way and we don't get the fight that everybody's been wanting to see, then so be it. It wasn't meant to be. Needless to say, considering the biggest entertainment conglomerate in Hollywood owns the UFC now, the UFC has literally gone Hollywood. Not only is that not going to change anytime soon, it's only going to intensify as time goes on, as it's been already doing. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or claim that, for example, I didn't love Mayweather versus McGregor. In fact, when it comes to that fight in particular, for me at least, the Mayweather and McGregor fight dominating the headlines in the MMA media for months leading up to the fight was totally worth it. And that totally paid off and was a smashing success. But, I mean, that's a really special case. I'm enjoying this era of MMA. But a part of me hopes that someday we get back to giving the most deserving fighters the title shots and the positions on the main card. Whether or not people want to see a certain fighter challenge for the title or not, it's not that it should be irrelevant, but it should come second to what the competitor has earned. If he or she has earned it through the performances and wins they've had, they should be in the position regardless of how popular they are or how exciting or not exciting their style is. It'll be interesting to see what the next phase is. But for the foreseeable future, we'll just have to settle for the squeaky wheels getting the grease.